I don't like them blood axe boys. They is proper sneaky gits. They is not real.
What's this here? Stinking bad moon gits thinks they knows the tactics? I'll show you what's proper blood axe tactics here, you gits. Listen up.
Seriously?
We're looking at clan focus here, guys. It's Scarnier who I've taken over for the blood axe video because stinking bad moons don't know nothing about blood axes and tactics. So we're going to talk about the culture for today, which is blood axes. So the description of them is as follows: careful planning, patient observation, an innate grasp of tactics, strategy, and the finer arts of warfare. If they're anything other than orcs, these traits would mark the blood axes as natural leaders for their race. Instead, their blatant disdain for traditional art of running at your enemy and yelling has turned them into outsiders. Blood axes are cunning orcs who welcome strategic experimentation and are altogether more sensible than other greenskins. They're happy to quietly sneak up on their foes, lay ambushes, or even wear camouflage. That's right, camouflage. Proper orky camouflage. I like it. Some blood axes will even work as mercenaries for particularly desperate and heretical imperial commanders, though this usually as a pretense to grab some Humie guns, then promptly turn on them said Humies, and that is hilarious when we do that. But how does the blood axes clan's somewhat unorky grasp of tactics play out? Well, let's have a look here. We'll read from the clan culture. So this is blood axes tactics, not tic-tacs, tactics. The blood axes are viewed by all other orc clans as being duplicitous. Why the hell would you even put that word in there? Untrustworthy gits who wouldn't know a proper scrap if it came out of the drops and bit off their backsides. The blood axes, for their part, couldn't care less. They possess an instinctive grasp of battlefield strategy that, while still undeniably orky in its application, allows them to surprise even the most seasoned enemy commanders with their maneuvers, feints, and ambushes. The rule itself: a unit with this culture gains the benefit of cover even while they're not entirely on or in terrain feature, if the enemy model making the attack is at least 18 inches away. In addition, units with this culture can shoot or charge, but not both, even if they fell back in the same turn. That's quite interesting. It'll be fun to have a bash at that. That'd be really cool. Unit with this culture, yeah. So it's, I wonder, like, when we look at the codex, if we can get some of the bigger units to have these cultures, it'll be interesting to say the least. For instance, if we had a Gorkanaut with that culture, that'd be really cool, man. Because you get stuck in, you could fall back and then charge in again. Now, you're thinking to yourself, why would you want to charge in again? You'd be able to strike forced, because your chargers, only how the combat works, chargers strike forced. Then you start picking units to activate unless the enemy intervenes with command points. So it could be interesting in that regard. Or you could fall back and just daka the absolute snot out of everything. That would be hilarious. We'll go back onto the blood axes itself. Blood axes have a fantastic clan culture. That means as long as you're far enough away from the enemy, you're effectively in cover, offering anything from your boys to your vehicles a much welcome boost to their saving throws. Should you want to get up close and chop your opponents, you'll be able to slip in and out of combat at will, shoot or charge again. Yeah, like I was saying, that'll be pretty interesting. The cover, I don't think is going to be that much of a buff, because quite a lot of stuff has decent AP, or some units can negate cover altogether. But standard orcs, like if you're in cover, you're going to be getting +1, so you're going 5+, and if you're in cover as well with this, you should be able to bump it up onto even over there, not in there. Yeah, it doesn't really stack with cover, so it's like if you're in the open, you'll have a 5+ save. Well, interesting. We'll see what happens. Goes on to talk about Boss Snickrot and Commandos. Not only is Boss Snickrot an absolute beast in combat, with a war boss level profile and the ability to make nearby units of commandos even more fighty, representing his infamous red skulls. But the new ability they share, Throat Slit, is brutal, especially when considering that all orcs are now at least strength 4. The rule for Throat Slit is add 1 to rune rolls for attacks made with this unit's melee weapons when targeting enemy units wholly within or on a terrain feature. Ooh, that could be useful. Another point to consider is their shared Cunning Infiltrators ability. While this allows them to set up hiding to help get the jump on the enemy, they need not do so alone thanks to this handy Blood Axe's stratagem. So we have a stratagem here that's either 1 command point or 2 command points, and it is called Dead Sneaky. It's a Blood Axe stratagem. These sneaky gits never appear where you expect them to. Proper tactics, I like it. So it says the following: use this stratagem during deployment. If you spent 1 command point, select a Blood Axe infantry unit from your army that has a power rating of 8 or less and set it up in hiding instead of placing it on the battlefield. If you spend 2 command points, select a Blood Axe infantry unit that has a power rating of 9 or more instead, and at the end of your movement phases, that unit can emerge from hiding. End of your set it up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away from the enemy models. At the end of any of your movement phases. Ooh. See, ooh. That is dead sneaky. I like it. You can have like a mob of 30 orc boys just appear, and if you were to use the jump on another unit. So you could have like 2 units of 30 orc boys plus whatever commandos you have. Because I've like big units of commandos. This is proper. I likes this. Yeah, if you use the jump and this, you could have like 2 units of 30 orc boys. Nice. Very sneaky. I like it. There's a lot of potentially big or powerful units that can emerge from hiding to really bring the pain upon your opponent. Knobs or Mega Knobs, we're looking at you. Mega Knobs will be tasty. And of course, you get to reroll the ensuing charge dice thanks to the Here We Go ability. Cunning but brutal, right there. That is cunning but brutal. Or is it brutally cunning? We shall find out soon enough. Stormboyz! Yay! Everybody loves Stormboyz. I've got loads of them. I used to rock the formation back in 7th edition, where there was like 60 of them in one unit. It was hilarious. It worked really, really well. Or Deep Strike mishaps. Always rolling ones. It's not just Stevo. I've suffered it myself. Go on to talk about Stormboyz. Stormboyz are simply brilliant in a Blood Axe army. Already a staple of some of the most successful match play orcs lists. These rocket pack wearing well, Jesus, you can edit that out. These rocket pack wearing boys are about to get a lot better thanks to a new ability that lets them drop in like other jump pack users. Ooh. It's called Stormboyz Strike. During deployment, you can set up this unit flying high in the skies instead of placing on a battlefield. At the end of any of your movement phases, that unit can plummet onto the battlefield. Set them up anywhere on the battlefield more than 9 inches away from the... Oh my god. It's gonna be amazing. For those of you who have only played orcs under the index, Stormboyz, you just deploy them as normal. They're not great. You used to be able to dig strike them in previous codexes. They got their ability back. This is gonna be absolutely filthy. So you're gonna have like commandos sneaking in. You're gonna have Stormboyz dropping in from the sky. You're gonna have like sneaky units teleporting across the battle. Oh, it's glorious. I can taste the bitter tears already. With the Blood Axes, you'll want to drop in, charge, then retreat, then charge again at the first opportunity. While you'll be risking enemy overwatch again, it's usually worth the risk for the ability to fight first in combat. Just make sure the enemy unit isn't armed with flamers of any kind before you do so. Blood Axes are far too cunning to fall for that. Oh, but yes. But if you multi-assault, so I'm thinking now, right? So if you manage to lock in with 2 units, so say you got like a mob of 30 orc boys, and you manage to charge something big, and then you get a unit of Stormboyz in as well. What you could do is leave the orc boys. Oh, the sneaky tactics. Leave the orc boys locked in combat, right? Then get the Stormboyz to fall back, and then get them to charge in again. So the enemy will be locked in combat, so they won't get to overwatch them. And then you'll get the charge bonus, so the Stormboyz will strike. Oh, glorious. glorious. I haven't even got a codex in my hand, and already I'm thinking of the shenanigans we can pull off with this. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I think there's going to be a lot of sneaky tactics for the blood axes that the boys are going to get away from. Straight away, I'm thinking units of Stormboyz that have been sitting there waiting for this. So there's like units of 20 Stormboyz. You want to have something like lots of commandos. You're going to be wanting, like, you'll be able to use the command points, the tactics, to put like a unit of 30 orc boys in reserve. So you could have that pop up, and then if you, the weird boys, you could use the jump. So you could have like the 2 units of 30, and then you can have like Stormboyz, and sneaky, proper sneaky. It's going to be really interesting, guys. We're seeing previews of the codex that are coming up where it's showing DACA for the bad mounts and stuff, but like blood axes are proper sneaky, uber sneaky. It's great. The cover save should be useful for us on the way in, and if you're smart with tying up units in combat and doing multi-assaults, you can use the blood axe tactic to fall back and assault again, and you know, if you're smart about it, you won't suffer from the overwatch. So if you got like 2 units of Stormboyz coming in, one of them gets in, and then re-rolling with here we go, it's gonna be hilarious. It really is. I can see myself having a lot of fun with this codex when it comes out, from what I'm seeing. And the blood axes are, I like what they've done. They've really hit the nail on the head in regards to their culture, the fluff that they're sticking with the original fluff, which is good. And the tactics are interesting, so it'll be even better to see what else comes out. But that's it for the blood axe culture.
Hey guys, welcome to this Clan Cultures video with me, 6+ Stevo. So today we've got details on the blood axe.
Stevo, no,
what?
Listen, Skarner's already recorded it. He's already covered it.
What do you mean he's already filmed the video? The sneaky git! It's my channel!